Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah, we took yesterday off because he had to work and I had a lot of stuff to do to just kind of end the week.
Yep, she had to get prepared and had to go get my kids from their mama. So I'm leaning back very far in this right
Well,
here.
because the cushion isn't behind you like it should be.
So anyway, this
It's
is
been kind of a lazy Saturday, as you can tell.
This right here is our post-trip
Review
of what went on.
a week later.
A week later. So again, we left out Sunday night, Easter night.
Probably around what, like 9:30?
9:30. Heading to Florida.
Yep. We got into Florida, probably about like 2 a.m.?
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Because I made a stop in Georgia.
Yeah, we had figured now that whenever we drive, we might as well just go ahead and stop at the rest stop going into Georgia just to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
And that has some nice bathrooms in there.
Oh, yeah. We left out. Her car can make it from
I-95 in Florence to Buc-ee's in St. Augustine.
Yep.
Without my low fuel light coming on.
Yep.
It was fairly close, but it made it.
Yep. So, stopped at Buc-ee's for a little bit, walked around to St. Augustine. They didn't have food out. The only thing they had out was the burritos.
And like the regular like snack food that you can get. Nothing from like their middle section.
Yes. So, moved our way to Daytona.
And went there.
Got some breakfast there.
And then we pulled off to like a side parking spot.
Yep.
For a little bit to just kind of rest. Yep. And one of the guys that was working came and knocked on the window and it kind of scared me. Yep. He's like, no overnight parking. Oh, no, bro, we not. We got here like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, so we left out.
And Buc-ee's is the only gas station bathroom that I will change clothes in.
Got on I-95 after stopping by Daytona.
Yeah, he went by Daytona Speedway.
Got back on 95, stopped in Port Lucia, in between Port Lucia and West Palm Beach.
At that rest stop.
Rest stop for an hour and a half. Got me a little nap because I work EMS, and I've learned if I'm doing the ground transport side, if I need to stop at a rest stop, I'm stopped there because it's secured and it's patrolled. So, stop there.
And see, with me, rest stops are always kind of sketchy at night.
Me, I'm okay with it.
I guess just because I'm a female, I've always been taught not to stop anywhere at night.
Yeah.
So.
Ended up stopping in West Palm Beach at Walmart.
To get you some $10 sunglasses because you left yours.
Yep. Left mine. Got back on 995. Started getting into
heavy traffic.
Heavy traffic around Fort Lauderdale. So I got off, went down through Fort Lauderdale itself. And
wait, so do you think that would have taken longer than just staying on 95?
No, I don't think
95 you think took longer?
It would took longer.
Just because of all that traffic.
We got there about 11 or about 10:50. Got our bags, stopped at a bag check.
Yep, we dropped our bags off.
Went to the parking lot.
Parked.
Went back to the bathroom again.
He always has to use the bathroom.
Ended up going in for check-in and be like, let's see if they let us check in. Well, I looked at the woman, I said, hey, our check-in time ain't till 1.
She's
like, oh, no, you're good. Go ahead to this woman right here. It was like 11:15, and she was like, oh, yeah, we check you in. And that's when we were told our itinerary got changed. Instead of going to A Perfect Day at Coco Cay.
In
Nassau, ended up going to the beautiful island of,
Labadee, Haiti. Which is Royal Caribbean's like private beach
there, which is also kind of funny with Labadee because if you got Haiti and the Dominican Republic, Haiti, I'm gonna go ahead and say, burning tires and everything, and then you got the beautiful side of the Dominican Republic.
So we were on like the mountainside, and it was actually really
it was
pretty.
Beautiful. We ended up staying on the ship.
We saw one thing on the excursion list that we would have wanted to do.
Yeah.
But they wanted like $20 a person for just 1 hour.
The weather was so bad, we didn't leave out of port till about 5. Plus people weren't doing their, hey, Waffles is making a visit.
Hey! But yeah, and then people weren't doing like their muster stations and all that. I'm like, how hard is it? Get on the boat. Go ahead and go do your muster station. You're done with it. You have the rest of the afternoon to yourselves.
So And
you can. We actually ended up having this time. We had to wait on our rooms to be ready. I'm like, okay, well, like even if it's not ready, like let's at least go find out where it is, so we know like where we're going.
Yeah.
We couldn't even go find out where it is because they had like the hallways itself shut off.
Yep. And I still love Royal Caribbean. We got on the cruise by 11:30 at a 1 o'clock check-in. With Carnival, you had to sit and wait for your boarding group.
But we also had like an earlier check-in though.
Yeah.
With Carnival.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if we would have had like an earlier check-in with Royal Caribbean, that we would have like had to wait a little bit. But I think because like we booked it so late,
yeah,
they just gave us like a later check-in.
Yeah.
Because whenever like we were walking through the terminal and everything, I saw like times for like 8:30, 9 o'clock that morning being called to board.
Yeah. So Waffles, when you get out.
Waffles just wants to be a part of this. She's part of the family. So that is my corgi Waffles, everybody. She was laying down trying to go to sleep, and now she's hyper.
Yeah, she's hyper now.
Yep.
Like I said, we got on the ship. Me and Brittany like went up to the Windjammer first. The line was so long to get.
So then we decided to go explore a little bit.
We explored.
I think we ended up going to Sorrento's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorrento's pizza's amazing.
Yes.
On Royal Caribbean.
Here's what I found.
Sorry, that was my watch.
Obviously, that means "Hey Siri."
I know, right?
But these are the cups you actually get on Royal
Caribbean.
With
the classic soda package. Like, whenever you purchase that package,
yep,
you automatically get that cup. And they have it on your SeaPass card.
Yep.
So, that's kind of another reason why I think, like, we wanted to get to the room first. Was to go ahead and get our SeaPass cards. Yeah. So we could do that. But with us not being able to get to our room until like 2 o'clock, like we were able to pull it up on the app. And they're like, oh, okay, here you go. They're like, don't lose it, don't break it.
So on that cruise, we did not eat the main dining hall
at all. We ate Windjammer all but one time.
Yep.
And that was the one time that we went to Johnny Rockets.
So I had a couple drinks.
Washy. Sorry, every time you go into Windjammer, like they squeeze hand sanitizer in your hand.
Instead of actual, like, I mean, if you get on the Oasis class, I think the Oasis class actually has
the hand washers.
Has the like sink stations.
Well, I mean, you know, it's fine. It was a cruise. I didn't care. Like, okay, give me something to wash my hands with.
Yeah.
Good enough to go touch some spoons and go eat.
Yep. We ate. We
always do. I think we normally overeat on cruises.
We do.
But I feel like I have a bigger appetite whenever I'm on a cruise.
She had Ben and Jerry's.
One time I charged $4 for the room, and that was the only thing I charged.
Yep, we had Johnny Rockets. I got a thing of cigars.
He did. I actually didn't get anything from the boat.
No, I got a thing of cigars.
But you found those for like a really good price.
For like 4 or 5 of them. It's for
4 or 5 of them.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Which is actually a really good price.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sample
cigars
pack.
Are kind of like
so expensive. It's a Brickhouse sample pack. Brickhouse is actually a well-known cigar maker.
So. Waffles is looking at you like you crazy.
I mean, I vape. I mean, I work EMS. Nicotine has been a part of my life for a while now, for a long time actually.
He stopped, but then he got back in it, and I'm like, oh great, here we go.
So, and I still.
If he does this, at least I don't have to deal with like the cigarette smell. So.
I dip too, so.
But he doesn't have the one that stays in your teeth and everything. No. You do pouches.
I do pouches.
But you only do that like if your vape and stuff runs out.
So we went to the cruise. Got back. I will say the difference between parking at Port Everglades versus Port Canaveral is the pavement, and then
Port Everglades is like $25 cheaper.
Yeah.
For the same length of cruise.
Yep.
But I do like the parking better at Port Canaveral.
Yep.
Because like everybody is in like the parking garage like for that terminal.
Yep.
And stuff like that. And I think with having that bad weather in Fort Lauderdale, it kind of made me nervous where my car was.
Yep.
So luckily my car is just fine.
Yeah, we got back. We got off the boat around 7:30.
I think it was like 8 o'clock at the latest.
Yeah, at the latest 8 o'clock. because we carry.
We always do
self-assist
self-assist coming off.
Because
I don't feel like having to, like, find somewhere to pack, like, the pajamas and the stuff like that, like, the next morning.
So we left out. Instead of going down 95 because it was still backed up in Fort Lauderdale.
You went the back way.
I went the back way, went through Central Florida. Beautiful Central Florida. It's
you
just
went to go see Lake Okeechobee?
I went through Lewiston, hit Lake Okeechobee.
Is it Okeechobee or Okeechobee?
It's Okeechobee.
Oh, with a B?
It's with a B.
Okay.
Lake
It confuses me.
Lake O.
Big O?
The Big O.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not an ed deficient, so I had to ask him random questions.
So, made a stop by, seen Marianne and Roland Martin's little inn they got there, seen Roland Martin Marina.
And they randomly found their house.
Made a turn to go get turned around to get back on. To go back through, keep on going to go to Orlando, and randomly found their house, which was pretty cool.
I still call him a stalker for that.
Didn't mean to. It was just I literally probably spied out. I'm like, hey, that's Roland and Marianne's house. How you know that? There's a big M in Roland Martin's truck in the yard.
I still think it's weird that you know what his truck looks like.
I watched so many of the videos. So
I mean, like, we know Tim and Jen drive a black Tesla.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, every, like, black Tesla that we see in Orlando, I'm like, oh, is that Tim and Jen?
We ended up going to Disney Springs. I actually had a picture liked by Adam DeWoo.
Oh, yeah, he did, like, one of our pictures on Instagram.
Adam, I've been watching Adam forever.
I've watched Adam a couple times.
I've watched him forever. I gotta show Brittany some of his old videos and stuff when he like did exploring around like the old the old Nickelodeon studio and stuff.
Did he get slimed?
No, he was like it was the abandoned one.
Oh.
When it got abandoned, it's pretty cool.
I feel like that would have been haunted.
No, it was pretty cool. But
okay, can I just put this in here since you started talking about Nickelodeon Studios?
Yeah.
I always wanted to go there and just get slimed as a kid. Like, growing up, I was a Nickelodeon kid until I transferred to be a Disney kid. I just always wanted to go get slimed. That's it.
So, we went to Disney Springs. You seen that video. We ended up eating at City Works.
And y'all saw a lot of that, yeah.
See Brittany's ears that I bought her.
Yes, I love those ears. I can't wait to wear them again.
Left out, went to the hotel.
In Lake Mary. It's the Candlewood.
Do not recommend staying there.
That location. Now I will say the Candlewood in Mount Pleasant is phenomenal.
Yep.
But the one at Lake Mary, I wasn't all that thrilled with.
No.
I guess because there was just like some basic stuff that I felt should have been taken care of before we checked in.
Yep.
Or what basically like basic stuff that you would want like after every guest, like before you check in kind of thing. Like make sure the shampoo is filled, make sure everything's done, make sure there's no bugs crawling on the wall. Like I get it happens.
Yep.
But like at least like try and take care of it.
Yeah.
Without having to have a customer call and complain.
We ended up
Sorry for my little rant.
Yeah. We ended up going to Grand Floridian for dinner. Love Grand Floridian. That's
like the first like staple for us.
I got that steak.
At Disney.
She got a chicken Caesar salad.
I think I might get the steak next time.
That
steak looked really good.
It was a good New York strip.
And see, I feel like that Caesar salad.
Come to find out, they had a green curry on top of it. You would never think a green curry and a steak
but
would
it
go
wasn't
great
spicy.
Together. I know. It was great, but
it was really good. I left him at the table whenever 9 o'clock hit to go watch part of Happily Ever After from Grand Floridian. That's now the second time I've done that to you. I tell you, I'm like, let me know that the food's here and I'll come back inside. 5 minutes later, food's here. Darn it, they just hit the part with Moana.
Yeah, we sat there and ate. Did a little bit of exploring after that.
We tried to go to Walmart because we like the Candlewood in Mount Pleasant had USB ports for chargers.
Yep.
And so does Disney Hotels, so I didn't even think to bring an extra block for the Magic Bands.
Yeah.
Well, the one at Lake Mary didn't. So we went to Walmart to go try and find some. We found some, but I wasn't about to wait in that line. Like, here it is. Like, I get you closed at 11 Walmart.
Yep.
But here it is, 10:30 at night. It's spring break. And you were in a major spring break town.
And you had 2 registers
and you
open.
had no self-checkout open. You had 2 cashiers. Your parking lot is completely packed.
Yeah.
Like, do better.
Yeah. So, but while
do better, and I say that from working retail in the past. Do better.
Well, while sitting at and eating dinner, actually, I was like randomly, I was just like looking to see what we have for breakfast, hoping
that he could get
Ohana for breakfast
because I'm a major Stitch fan. I love Stitch.
Ended up getting
Steakhouse 71, which we thought was on the top floor of the Contemporary. No, it's on the first
floor.
So we got there and we laughed, and the cast members just kind of laughed with us for a minute. They're like, that kind of happens a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whenever, like, unless you're parking there and staying there, you don't go on the first floor.
Yep.
Like, because even if you just do the monorail, like, you go straight to the 4th floor. That's where everything is.
Yep. So, but again.
We tried to call, but of course nobody would answer.
Yep, nobody answered.
But, I mean, that's okay.
Yep, that was great. So, like I said, we ended up getting the Steakhouse 71 reservation for 7:30. Sorry, my phone for some reason stopped working.
So it has switched to mine.
But we ended up getting back. Took Monorail Black actually over to.
Well, we were trying to go ahead and get in. Like, we were like one of the first cars sitting at the Magic Kingdom parking gate to pay for parking.
Yep.
And there were like 2 cast members that came and said that we couldn't do that and everything.
So I made a round, and then by the time I made my round, we parked.
And like we literally had like 3 minutes until they opened.
Yep.
And there was like a toll on like another side of us and on the other side of the guy that we were parked beside that they could have just drove through.
Yep.
So I think that was very un-Disney-like.
Yeah. Yeah. First complaint ever, but
about Disney.
Ended up going to the park. Y'all seen that video? It was packed, very packed, and Lightning Lane for Haunted Mansion first thing. Then moved our way over to Pirates. Got on Pirates. Just moved our way around
the park.
I gave y'all a little bit of update on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which Tim gave you an update recently too. It's literally the scaffolding still up. Hopefully it'll be open soon. I did get an update for Epcot though.
What did you find about Epcot?
Epcot with Moana
and
stuff supposed to be opening up later this year.
So I really want to go back later this year and do like an Epcot day.
Yep.
But Epcot for us is like a half-day park.
Half-day park, yeah.
So even if like we leave, say what, like
I don't know,
like 7, 8 o'clock that morning from the house, like we would still get there in plenty of time to go do what we want to do in Epcot.
Summer House on the Lake is coming real soon.
To Disney Springs.
Disney Springs. I mean, they're not working inside of it yet. Like, Tim had a video and...
Where him and Jackson went bowling.
Yeah, and they had an excavator out there inside of it. So
that's another restaurant that we really want to check out.
We want to go check out. Annual Passes is back.
We did find out that for if you're out of state.
Yeah, if you're out of state, you cannot do a payment plan, which is kind of weird. But the only ones that's open is the Credit Pass. So if you buy 2 of them, you spend $2,979 for 2 people.
I mean, but whenever put tickets and everything together, depending on how many times you go a year,
it's worth it.
It could still be worth it.
Yeah.
But if you're like us and just go every 6 months, that's still like a deeper conversation that we have to have.
DVC is amazing.
You still want to do DVC.
Yeah.
Just whenever you finally get around to deciding that you want to do it, you just need to call Victor.
But
DVC.
Me and Brittany,
he'd be so happy to hear from
once the kids finally actually go to sleep, me and Brittany is actually going to plan out our next adventure for y'all.
I'm very excited, but we're gonna.
She asked me how far would I like to drive. I said,
he let me 6.5 hours.
6.5 hours.
I'm like, so you want to go back to Florida?
Yeah, go back and get another Disney vlog out of it, or just random
Just a vlog.
travel vlog. So,
I don't think that I could go to Florida and not go to Disney. At least for like one day.
Yep. But so
we have a lot of shirts that we have to use.
Yes. Make sure you go check out our merch site.
Wait, we're not done yet. We're still on Magic Kingdom Day.
Oh yeah, Magic Kingdom was beautiful.
All day. It's my favorite park ever.
Seen Happily Ever After came back.
In person.
8 Cosmic Rays. They got a burger that's got Coca-Cola cherry.
It was actually pretty good.
It was good.
Because I had a bite of it.
Really
was pretty good.
It was pretty good. Tron. Love Tron. Brittany freaked out.
I still don't like the 2
She's like, I can't see the tracks.
So
yes,
I'm just gonna close my eyes anyway.
She could see the tracks the whole time on Tron when you go into the inside. So maybe she'll do better whenever we go back next time.
Depending if I had the courage.
I may turn around and buy a lightning lane next time around for it. I rode 7 Dwarfs.
Yes, we ended up buying the lightning lane for 7 Dwarfs, but that's $12 a person.
Peter Pan, did not get them videos. I accidentally deleted it. So my bad.
But we'll make sure to get those next time because Peter Pan's normally our last ride of the night.
But we ended up doing that. Like I said, me and Brittany.
We ate dinner at Port Orleans. Was that Riverside?
Riverside at Boat Rights.
Yeah.
I love my shrimp and grits. Brittany is a novice. Brittany don't like spice. I was
already kind of iffy about eating there.
If I make a crawfish bowl or do any type of low country bowl,
I can't put a whole lot of
seasoning in hers. But me, if I'm making it, I'm putting like concentrate in it. I'm putting Zatarain's, the bag bowls. I'm putting the Zatarain's like regular seasoning.
But my taste buds are very sensitive.
Yeah, hers.
But I was already kind of iffy just because it was a lot of like deeper seafood, and I'm just not personally a fan of a whole lot of seafood.
Yeah.
Like, I like shrimp.
Don't get me wrong. I love the cornbread.
Small stuff like that.
I love the cornbread. The cornbread itself.
Cornbread was good.
When I started putting the butter on it, and I'm like, dang,
he's like, this is Jif.
This is Jif.
No, it's
this
not.
Is Jif. So I took a piece of the
Is
cornbread.
not giving you Jif cornbread.
I took it. It tastes like Jif. I literally took a piece without the butter. I'm like, this ain't Jif. This is cornbread. And I put the butter on it. I'm like, the butter makes it taste like Jif cornbread.
That was good butter, though. It was like a really good, like, soft, whipped butter.
And it was like a honey butter that made it taste like Jif.
But I feel like whenever I got the crab boil, that if it wouldn't have had as much seasoning in it, that I would have really liked it.
Yeah. Woody's Roundup's open in Hollywood Studio.
We do need to go try that.
Yes.
But evidently that's like a family style thing that we need to try.
It is. But again, like I said, once the kids finally go to sleep, which I think finally calmed down, me and Brittany's getting ready to go ahead and start planning our next adventure for y'all.
Wait, we haven't talked about like checking out on Sunday and stuff.
Oh yeah, checking out on Sunday. Yeah, I called and they were supposed to be giving me money back and everything. Yeah, I was like, they like, well, stay here so you can check out. I'm like, negative.
I've already checked out.
I've already left. I'm like, I'm done with this.
And I ended up leaving my pillow in the hotel room.
Yeah.
I realized that, probably about an hour into the trip.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, great. But luckily we had extra pillows at home.
We had to go down 17.
I just had to get a new pillowcase because I like the satin pillowcases.
Yeah, between a bad wreck in Brunswick and the chemical fire in Brunswick.
It was such a long ride home, guys.
It took us 4 hours to get from Brunswick all the way up to like Eugene.
Yeah.
And then stopping at a gas station to use the bathroom, trying to get gas. Everybody
and their mama was coming home that day.
The flipping traffic finally cleared up in Walterboro.
He was mad.
And that's when we left. Ended up going to get our little pretty girl, Jezzy.
She's kind of growing on me.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
we're getting there.
Yeah, we went and got our pretty girl.
I don't know about if she's growing on Waffles yet.
Yeah. I don't know. Her and Waffles is getting along somewhat. But we went and got the pretty girl.
Oh, Jezzy was sniffing Waffles' butt yesterday.
Yep. But
evidently that's a really good sign.
Yeah.
And then Waffles walked away. She's like, okay, nope, that's enough. Thank you.
So, Waffles.
Wow. You want to come say bye?
You want to come say bye?
Come here, Mama.
Come here.
You want carrot?
Come here.
Wawa want a carrot?
It's like negative.
She's like, I just want to lay here.
So,
sorry, y'all. His son
anyway.
started calling her Wawa, and that's literally just what she answers to now.
We like I said, we're getting ready to go plan our next trip. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed our video about how our vacation was this time around. But again,
as far as being back to reality this week,
dude, it has killed me. My past two shifts, I've literally got ran all night long. They have killed us. Like this last one I went to, can't disclose patient name. Not breaking it.
A whole lot of
not
what
breaking
happened.
it. Oh, I can tell you basically what happened. I just can't tell you.
You can't break HIPAA.
Yeah, just needs to say the patient was okay until we got him back to his facility he was going to.
Okay.
Opened the back door. It broke loose. He swore he didn't see no medical professionals. Boom. My partner didn't see no doctor, didn't see no nurses while there. Well, yeah, that didn't end up well. He said we've been driving him around for 6 hours. So, and that was my last call. I literally went back to the base, sat in the chair, did a little bit of my base chores, sat in the chair, and literally passed out for like 20 minutes. And that was it. Then went back up and finished doing my chores. So.
And then, like, me going back to work this week was exhausting.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love my job. I love what I do.
Yep.
But it was very much exhausting. I'm just glad that the school year is almost over because I'm overly exhausted.
But again, guys, remember to like and subscribe.
Go check out our merch store.
Yeah. Stay in touch with us on Instagram. Instagram is in the bio. Merch store is in the bio. But we'll catch you on the next one. And remember, guys, you may be old, but you're young at heart.